Today I like to answer the question, when do I use PUR outer sheet cables in an energy chain? First of all, there are a large number of different PUR materials on the market for very different applications. The basic rules when selecting PUR cables are: PUR cables that have a very shiny surface are not suitable for use in the energy chain. These cables can stick together, and this can cause damage during movement in the energy chain. This could mean to the reverse, not shinier cables are better for in-movement application. This is only partly true, because if the cables are too matte, the abrasion increases significantly, especially with the PUR material. To summarize, PUR cables for the energy chain must have a slightly matte surface, or silky matte surface. This means that the cable is not sticky, but also not have too much abrasion. So when should I ideally use PUR cable? PUR cables are very good in applications with a high oil load. PUR materials are typically highly resistant to oil and coolants. PUR can be used at low temperatures. However, you should keep in mind, most temperature specifications in catalogs are not suitable for energy chain applications. PUR can typically be used down to -25 degrees in an energy chain. Below this temperature, the outer sheet breaks in motion. What are the typical applications? PUR clearly shows its strength in machine tools, or even better, in all kinds of applications with a high oil or coolant load. In all other applications, PUR is either completely oversized or even more worse than a good PVC or compound due to the high abrasion. What are the typical disadvantages of PUR cables in energy chain? There are many different PUR mixtures in the market. You must pay close attention to the surface of the outer jacket. Too shiny or too matte will lead to failures in the energy chain. Very high abrasion in dry applications, very difficult to process the cable, and, very important, PUR materials are up to 4 times more expensive than good PVC compounds. But let us talk about the advantages of PUR cables in energy chain. PUR is very resistant to oil and coolant. We spoke about it already. It's very high notch resistant. This means if a notch appears in the outer sheet, the sheet does not tear any further. A clear advantage if chips fall into the chain, and the reason why it's so difficult to process the PUR jacket. To summarize, PUR is an excellent solution if the application has a high oil and coolant load. If there are a lot of metal chips in an application, PUR is also the best choice due to the high notch resistance. But again, PUR is not PUR. The quality requirements profiles of this material is very great. But they are easily recognized by the optical view. Today, IGOS offers 2 PUR mixtures: PUR non-flame retardant and halogen-free, PUR flame retardant and halogen-free. Both developed and tested special for energy chain applications, with a clearly defined function guarantee in motion. So, I hope this video was helpful for you, and if you have any questions, please write us in the comments below or to the following email address. Thank you very much for watching this video.